In a neighborhood like this, there are kids who will go to bed hungry at night. Their last meal will be at school at lunchtime. And so the ability to have a culinary program where young people can cook and we can feed them is a good thing.
It's not like school, it's like having fun because you're cooking and not doing like homework and doing math and stuff, but you're really cooking.
Before this, I don't know how to cook anything besides eggs. So it's like breakfast would be it. But now it's like I can make chicken and I can make a salad, which I couldn't do before, just taking it out the bag. So it's a bunch of fun learning how to cook.
The one thing about teaching this age group, 13 to 16, is their excitement. A lot of times they get put down because they didn't do this with it, but when the true thing of them just cutting an onion and doing it okay and not needing a Band-Aid was was really the highlight of the program. But just progressing on and having them start to read labels, see what's on that package before you open it or drink it, and try and go as natural as possible, because that's the key to a good diet.
We get to cut the onions. We know if you cut onions, you will cry. You need to be prepared not to cut your fingers with the gigantic blades.
The first day, we took the knives out of the plastic and washed them all, and everybody had them all on their cutting boards. And we're going through the safety of how to handle a knife, how to walk with a knife, how to dice, how to slice. And wow, it's like I was getting scared. The first week went by, and then the second week, people were cutting and slicing and dicing, no problems. So it's funny when someone cuts themselves now, it's almost like, oh, I almost forgot you can get cut. So at least that tells me they're learning how to use a knife.
My son, when I'm cook, he wants to help me, right? And now he wanna do it.
Cooking was one of the very first experiences where I felt like I didn't need anybody to help me with. I'm hoping to create my own foods and travel the world to places I had never been, meet most of my favorite heroes, and hopefully go on Iron Chef.
With the culinary skills that I'm learning now and stuff like that, I can like process it into me being a great chef and owning my own restaurant and like getting people to eat more healthier.
I do like cooking and I do like gardening, and I'm trying to work on both of them as much as I can, because one reason why I like both of them together is because I can grow my food while I cook it.
It's been really inspiring working with the kids, with these teenagers, training them on urban agriculture. Right now we're really in the first phase of doing the food production, getting them experience with working with the plants and just all the stuff that they need to do to be able to grow the food. And really what I'm seeing is that there's a lot of interest, and there's really a tradition of food production with these kids. A lot of them already have garden experience working with their grandparents in their gardens.
Like I've been to the Boys and Girls Club, I've been in a bunch of different music programs, I've been in studio working time kind of programs, but I've never been to a place where they had their own garden. And it's like, we have stuff for the salad.
For me, it's just really satisfying to see these kids get their hands in the dirt, to see them experience something that they may not have ever done or that they may have a little experience with, and really enjoy it and really become empowered and give them an opportunity to really to claim their natural authority that I think all of us deserve. You know, it's really powerful to be able to plant a seed and water it and watch it grow, and to be able to eat it and to give it to other people. There's something in that that's really magical that we as a society really have kind of lost touch with.
One of my best days was when I started to plant the cucumbers. When they were growing, we started planting Christmas lima beans, and the Christmas lima beans surprisingly grows real fast. It took them about 3 days tops to grow, because they grew over the weekend. And the cucumber, they're as big as the cucumbers now.
just that experience of having a student take on a task and get so into it that his heart was racing, and to be so invested in it, that was really awesome.
We need to expose our kids to not just getting a job, but pursuing a career path that is pleasing to them. And so I always knew I wanted to do a recording studio.
The thing about making music is that it is a cross-cultural and cross-generational bridge builder. It is a way of bridging cultural, socioeconomic differences that almost nothing else does.
The music class, you get to go in the studio, record songs, you get to make your own beat and come up with your songs and just have fun with what you're doing.
I feel that they get more out of it when they are allowed a little more freedom to explore and find what resonates for them.
When we record songs, he lets us have our own world in the studio. Instead of him telling us what we should say, he's like, take a second, think about it, go back in the studio, do.
Let's you freestyle.
I'm about to do George rap. Okay, I play rock, paper, scissors, and dominoes. I have a little bit of chili on my nachos, and a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. Now I got a big fat Cadillac.
Where'd you get this from?
My brother.
My brother made that. What? You been holding that? Well, you got a lyric all ready to go?
It's not so incumbent upon them to know the inner workings of the parameters on a compressor plug-in as it is knowing how to get in the chair, pull up Pro Tools, and create music.
We're learning how to use Pro Tools and how to, well, at the moment we're learning how to take the sound from Pro Tools and mix it to put it on a CD.
Once you get behind the keyboards or the sound system, you know you're in control, and then becomes another adventure. Oh, I didn't know I could make that sound. You know, oh, let me put those two sounds together.
If we can spark, that one, young person to, wow, I hear this beat, can you help me, get that out of my head and really bring it into the world, and then that happens, and then they live in the world knowing that they can do that, or they had a story to tell, and I show them these tools and they go, oh, I can put that there, and then look what happens. Done,
This is a place where they can come and be creative and where they can explore the things that they want to do. And one of the things that I really liked was that in this space, this video studio, they were going to be able to tell their own stories from a perspective that many people have not heard.
Usually they come in and they've never handled a professional camera like this. So the first thing that I do, I'm not a filmmaker that it says don't touch the camera, this is what this does, this is what this does. I say, here's the record button, and I hand them the camera. I say, put the strap on, to make sure that it doesn't fall, period. And you're gonna go outside and you're gonna film some things. That immediately gets them comfortable with the camera, and then they come back and they ask the right questions.
We're learning how long to make a movie, and we understand how they're made. So in actual movies, when we go to the movie theater or wherever and watch a movie, we know how it's made.
Unlike that for doing video, you get to move things around, put picture behind the video, and it looks nice.
If you listen to this, then you're not having to fight it so much. It's my job to do a couple of things, to teach them on very sophisticated equipment so that they can go out and have knowledge and be able to get work, and also to be able to express themselves through this medium.